Hello. Jan, you are familiar with LH Crypto. Do you think this project will be popular?
I think this is an interesting project, a very tasty project, so to say, because it's obvious from the state of the cryptocurrencies market that it is going to grow. I'm not speaking about quotations. Quotations may depreciate, but it's about the whole part of the financial market. The role of the cryptocurrencies for traders and investors will grow. We now witness discussions here in Russia. Luckily, the discussions are open. They're about how to regulate cryptocurrencies, how to control them, how to make the system transparent. But we also know that these currencies have been introduced to many countries. And it is clear that sooner or later they will come up to some decision about some legal scheme. Though, as we know, whatever is not prohibited is permitted. All of this will significantly increase the interest that Russian investors and traders show towards cryptocurrencies. But there's a problem today. It's a sort of thing in itself. There are no user-friendly ways of transferring cryptocurrencies to fiat, as they call the real money now, and back. And the thing that is essential for Forex market and for stock market is absent. There is no professional broker. You can call it a dealer, as they do on Forex market. You can call it a broker. There is no professional broker which would provide services. A whole bunch of services connected to cryptocurrencies. This is why I think that Larson&Holz project and the ICO are going to be demanded. It is, in fact, the first crypto broker. I think their success depends on how clear, transparent, and user-friendly their services are going to be for the target audience.
Thanks for your reply, Jan. You mentioned that the legal status of cryptocurrencies is unclear so far. Do you think that crypto brokers might face some problems concerning this?
I think there will be no problem, and here's why. It's only about the jurisdiction. The legal status of cryptocurrencies is unclear in the Russian Federation, but not in the rest of the world. There are 3 types of countries, some strictly forbidden. These are countries like North Korea and Bolivia. I guess these are, to use the mild term, not the big cats of the financial world. Some liberalize it completely, and some are stuck at the crossroads and are finding their way. Russia belongs to the 3rd type. However, we can see that just this summer, Japan evolved from the 3rd to the 2nd. It found its way and liberalized the field. It has set the game rules. Cryptocurrencies are not forbidden. There are just no legal patterns in the Russian Federation for them. Yet they trade them in the rest of the world. They work with them. So I don't see why a crypto broker may depend on whether or not they legitimize cryptocurrencies in Russia. What's more, legitimizing, and all the signs speak for it, will only whet the appetite. Whet it by scores. Every one of us is now in their right to work with cryptocurrencies.
Thanks. I agree with you. People say that cryptocurrency is a bubble. Do you think you can call it a bubble? Will it give us a loud burst? And will digital money ever be the same as the real money?
You see, it's a tough question. I'm very conservative, so I'm not particularly happy about cryptocurrencies. But I know there are things, like I don't quite like modern smartphones, but they are here already, like in that old picture. Can you see the ground squirrel? Nope. But it's there anyway. It's the same about cryptocurrencies. Speaking about the bubble, you can often hear people say that cryptocurrency is a bubble and, pyramid. First, it's certainly not a pyramid. Not every bubble is a pyramid. Every pyramid is a bubble, yet not every bubble is a pyramid. The 2008 crisis started off with Lehman Brothers, so they were a bubble. But that doesn't mean that initially there was any kind of fraud or criminal stuff. They just overestimated their assets. They failed to stand up to their market value. Real estate prices dived down, so sadly, the bank collapsed. Coming back to a bubble or not a bubble, they often compare the cryptocurrencies boom to the dot-com boom, when there was this famous boost of online company shares and then a fall. Did they sink to the bottom? Not indeed. They sank to a certain level. It was higher than the peak starting point. Then again, moreover, if we take a look at Bitcoin graphs right now, I'm not speaking about, say, Ripple. It's the most effective cryptocurrency from the price boost perspective. Let's take Bitcoin as the leading one. So we see a peak, a sort of bubble. Then the graph goes down. But this dive, it's smaller. Then comes the next peak. It's higher than the previous one. Then a fall. It's still not as low as the bottom. This is why it is a normal financial instrument. It is just highly volatile. Of course, there always is this fashion thing, this rush. Then it goes down. The instrument stabilizes. With all my conservatism, I do not think that cryptocurrency is a bubble. But, of course, the volatility will be high. There will be ups and downs. That's why the instrument is appealing.
I see your point. What do you think are the odds for success of Larson&Holz ICO?
You know, I can't speak about ICO. I don't specialize in it. It's only now when I discover all those technologies, approaches. So I can't speak professionally about attracting investments. My opinion has no value. I can speak about the project itself. In my view, the project itself is interesting. There are hundreds, maybe even thousands of ICO projects around the globe. They are all different. Some are almost a joke. Some are serious industrial projects. I am perfectly aware that part of them will sink into abyss. But I also know that a majority of them can bring profits that you won't earn on traditional investments. So this is venture investment. If I like an ICO for its idea, I wouldn't invest great funds. I wouldn't invest the last penny. I would invest a part of my investment portfolio, no matter if it's millions or thousands that I have for risks. It's venture. It can shoot the moon, grow by scores. This is how you have to treat it. This is why I would say it's an interesting project. The chances for this ICO are high.
Thank you for your answers. It was great to hear your opinion.